Hello, everybody. We are going to work on unit conversions. These are actually quite useful. I probably learned them in algebra. This was many, many years ago. But where I really remember using these were in chemistry and physics. We'll do a lot of conversion problems, and we can use proportions to do that. Let me show you how. But before we begin, let me just remind you that all of this can be found on maxtutorials.com. That's MACS tutorials.com, and I think I have it on the scroll below anyway. So anything you want to know for math or algebra, come there. I'm here to help you out. So the best way to learn how to do these is just to do them. And so I have an explanation and a video, but really just doing these, this is what's really going to help. Let me just show you what's in here on practice A. First of all, we have 8 problems. Okay, so not too many to go through, and we're just converting things. Now, what you have to know is you need to know how to convert stuff. So I did give a conversion reference. If your teacher's doing this or somebody, you should get you should be able to get something. Some of these we're supposed to just know. Like for example, 12 inches in a foot. We should know that. I don't know my cups and quarts and gallons. I'll be honest, I'm going to go look at that. But one thing you should know is that when you have a unit like a meter or like a liter, okay, or something like that, you should know that if we're going to go smaller than, okay, so like let's just say we're on a number line and you're going to go smaller, centi, that would be 100 in there. Centimeters is 100. Cent is 100 cents in a dollar. And when you go milla, that's 1,000. Okay. And another one that's good to know also is kilo, and that's 1,000, but the other way. Okay, so 1,000 meters make a kilometer, or 1,000 liters make a kiloliter, or something like that. Okay, so just knowing your centis, your millis, and your kilos, that would help out a little bit. And we'll just go back and look at things as we need to know them. All right, let's go ahead and just get started. So I want to convert 125 centimeters into millimeters. Oh, wait, nope. I want to do number one, 15 feet into inches. 15 feet over, and I want to turn it into inches, right? So I'm just going to write that as over 1, because I don't know how many yet, all right? So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to multiply this by, now I have to find a conversion rate. And so I know I need to go to inches, or 12 inches in a foot. Now I want to get rid of the feet. So when I write the conversion, I want feet to be at the bottom. You think about it as we're crossing out the term. So right here, you're going to go 1 foot, and this is 12 inches. And once the feet cross out, if you notice, you're going to be left with inches as your answer. And all you have to do is go 15 times 12. And I brought my calculator out here. So 15 times 12 equals 180. So the answer is, oh, sorry, you're all looking at that, equals 180 inches. Okay, let's do number 2, 125 centimeters to millimeters. Well, if I go back into the chart, this one's actually more of a difficult one. I don't have anything that goes centimeters to millimeters. Now, I know that the millimeters is, if you go millimeters, but wait, this is 10. Oh, okay, 10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter. Okay, I guess we do have that one. We usually don't think that way, though. So I was actually going to do a different way, and I'm just going to do it. Okay, so they did give us a conversion chart, but just watch me on this. Let's say you don't have that. 125 centimeters, and I want to go to millimeters. Well, I can get it to meters. That I do know how to do. So I'm going to multiply this by, I'm going to go centimeters here and meters here, and I know there's 100 centimeters inside of 1 meter. Well, that's great, but now I'm in meters, but I don't want to be in meters. I want to be in millimeters. So I want meters on the bottom because I want to be able to do that. And I want millimeters, okay, on top. And I know that there's 1,000 millimeters in 1 meter. Now you just start multiplying away, okay? And if you notice, where we're really doing is timesing by 10, but I'll go ahead and put it all in the calculator just so we all see that it's right. 125 times 1,000, and that's going to give you your 125,000, and then we're going to divide that by 100, and our answer is 1250 millimeters. And just to check our answer key, boom, 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 1250 millimeters. Okay, I keep wanting to say milliliters. Sorry about that. Boom, 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 boom. So there's one way to do it. convert 9 pounds to ounces. Okay, 9 pounds. Okay, I want to convert it to ounces. So I'm going to do an ounce and a pound thing. I know my pound's got to be down below and my ounce has to be on top. Why? Because I want that to happen. Okay, so what's my conversion with pounds to ounces? Well, pounds to ounces is, where is it? Pounds to ounces is right here. 16 ounces in 1 pound. So I'm just going to go 16 ounces to 1 pound. And now you know you multiply. What gets us what trips people up is they, forget, when do I multiply? When do I divide? And if you just set it up as a proportion, you don't even have to think about it. It'll set up right for you and it'll just point out. Okay. Let's convert 64 ounces to pounds. Oh wow. It's the same thing, just a little bit different, just backwards, right? 64 ounces over 1, and I want to multiply that by something with ounces on the bottom and pounds on top. And I already know it's 16 to 1, so 16 ounces to 1 pound. If you notice, I just have it backwards, and the reason is because I want to cross out that. And when it's all said and done, it's going to go 64 divided by 16, which is 4 pounds. Boom, 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 boom. All right, let's go on to number 5. Convert 8 gallons into quarts. Okay, I have 8 gallons. Okay, I need to time this by something with gallons on the bottom and quarts on top. What is it, 4 quarts to a gallon? I think it is. Yep, 4 quarts to a gallon. I go to my handy dandy conversion chart. 4 quarts to 1 gallon. They go away, and I'm left with 32 quarts. All right, going to number 6. Convert 1,500 milliliters to liters. Okay, 1,500 milliliters. And I want to multiply that by something so that I get liters on top and milliliters on the bottom. Well, as we talked about, milli means a thousandth. So there's 1,000 smaller ones inside the one bigger one. So when it's all said and done, you go ahead and do your division. If you know how to use decimals, you will know that going 1,500 divided by 1,000 is just going to be a 1.5 liters. You can also boink, 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 boink. You'll get 15 over 10, and that'll give you your 1.5 if you keep working. All right. Okay, let's go on to number 7. A car traveled 240 miles. Let's just write that down. 240 miles. And if you notice, I always write the terms. Okay, so that way we don't get confused over who goes on top and who goes on bottom. How many feet did it travel? Well, we have to go miles in the feet. This is one, it's a weird number, but for some reason we tend to memorize this one. But we want to go miles on the bottom and we want to go feet on top. Okay, and there are 5,280 feet inside of 1 mile. Okay, and right there, your miles will cancel out, and now you see, hey, it's a multiplication problem. I could figure that out just from the question. Well, maybe you can, but I see a lot of people make mistakes. So just set up the proportion, and you'll get your 1,300,800 feet. Well, that's a lot when you think of it like that. Wow, that was a big number, and it just erased on me. That's no fun. There, I'll just go like that. A baker used 112 ounces of sugar. Ooh, that's a lot. How many pounds of sugar did the baker use? Okay, well, if I'm going to use 112 ounces, and I'm going to multiply that by something that's ounces and pounds, I want ounces on the bottom, and I want pounds on top so that they cancel out. And remember, there are 16 ounces in 1 pound. Okay, so now you see this is just a division problem. 112 divided by 16, that's going to give me 7 pounds. Okay. And so there you go. So that's kind of the basics on how to do conversion problems. So you just set up a proportion, make sure you put your terms opposite each other. If one's on top in the original, the conversion should be on the bottom, and you'll get your conversion. The only way to get better at these is to keep doing them. So I have a practice B and a practice C. They get harder each time. So if you want more work, I'll see you there in B. Take care, guys.